Championship tonight here in Birmingham, presented by Medical Property. Tonight, Birmingham's team is back at home, looking to get back in gear and on track in front of the home crowd tonight. But they take on the best team in the West as Sacramento Republic has come to the Deep South. Our coverage of USL Championship Soccer starts right now. Greetings tonight from the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama, home to Birmingham Legion as they get set to take on Sacramento Republic tonight at Protective Stadium, presented by Medical Properties Trust. Up here in our press box, glad to have you with us on this Saturday night. Alongside the coach, Mike Gebman, I'm Blake Gardner. And Mike, Birmingham have not had a great couple of weeks. Sacramento Republic, meanwhile, have been one of the best teams in the West so far this year. It's going to be a tough test for Birmingham to get back on track.
Well, Sacramento are tops in the West, maybe tops in the entire league. Birmingham Legion have proven they can beat some of the best teams, but they haven't been trending in the right direction. Is tonight their coming out party, or is it a fourth straight disappointment?
Yeah, Birmingham have big wins so far this year, especially this summer against Tampa Bay, against Lou City. But another tough test tonight, a Sacramento team that is trending the right way, as you said. And a big piece of that is Russell Cicerone and what he has meant to this goal-scoring attack as of late.
Well, Russell Cicerone has bounced around the league the last few years, but man, has he found a home in Sacramento. 13 goals, leading the team to the top of the charts. He has had a fantastic season.
4 goals in his last 5 games. Cicerone certainly has found the goal-scoring touch. It's made a massive difference for Sacramento Republic. Meanwhile, on the Birmingham side of things, they get their top goalkeeper back in the starting 11 tonight. That's Matt Van Oekel.
Well, Matt Van Oekel is a big man who makes big saves in big games. Legion really need him to be at his best tonight.
A 16th start of the year for Van Oekel. He's got 40 clean sheets in his USL career. And he find number 41 tonight and halt this Sacramento Republic attack. Well, we are closing in on kickoff tonight here in Birmingham. Can the Legion bounce back in a big way, or will Sacramento run that win streak to 4 in a row? It's Birmingham Legion, it's Sacramento Republic, and it comes your way right after this.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if that helps somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
Welcome back to our coverage of the USL Championship tonight here in Birmingham, presented by Medical Properties Trust. Before we get to kickoff, let's get a look at each side's starting 11s tonight. Mike, let's start first with Mark Griggs and Sacramento Republic. No changes to the 11 that beat Monterey Bay last weekend.
This 3-4-3 formation gives them a 4 versus 3 advantage in midfield, but it leaves them 3v3 in the back. They're going to need their wide midfielders to work very hard.
Meanwhile, on the other side of things, for Birmingham Legion, they are on short rest, playing Indy in the midweek, now coming back home here on the weekend. So a couple of changes to the fullbacks for head coach Tom Sohn.
2 changes in the back, plus a change in goal. The rest is kind of the attacking group that we expected to see.
Our referee tonight, one of the most experienced referees in the league. That's Gerald Flores, making his 11th appearance as a USL referee this year, his 40th over the last 4 seasons. And on the touchlines, there's head coach Mark Briggs of Sacramento Republic, the 41-year-old now in his 4th season as the head man, former USL Coach of the Year in his time at Real Monarchs. On the other touchline, head coach Tom Sohn in his 5th season at the helm of Birmingham Legion FC. Now over 150 matches across all competitions managed by Sohn here in Birmingham. Speaking of Birmingham, there were some storms that rolled through late this afternoon, early into this evening, but it looks like those are gone. That's the good news. The bad news is it is humid in the deep south tonight. It is 88 degrees at kickoff, but humidity over 70% is making that feel like 97, according to our weather report. And believe it or not, that's the coolest it's been all day. The feels like temperature was around 104, 105 at times this afternoon. So it is going to be a warm one tonight. We fully expect to get multiple hydration breaks. Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic get ready to go tonight. Birmingham Legion in their new white kits that they debuted a couple of weeks ago, with the Alabama Theater signage down the side. Meanwhile, for Sacramento Republic, their change strip tonight, it is black for Sacramento as they look to extend their winning streak to 4 straight. Birmingham Legion trying to upend the best team in the Western Conference coming into the night. Gerald Flores gives us the whistle, and we are underway from the Magic City between Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic. An early ball over the top. Behind the defense, the flag does come up as Spaniard Keko is making the run in behind. Free kick early here for Birmingham Legion will give us a chance to go downstairs and check in with the 3rd member of our crew for the first time. That's Christina Chambers. Christina?
Legion FC dropping a couple of close ones in the final minutes, but with the short week, Coach Tom Sohn says they have to focus on being more organized. That's what they've been trying to focus on all week, especially defensively. He says they have to know when to press and hopefully, and be disciplined and hopefully turn those into opportunities on the attack.
Thanks, Christina. As we alluded to a little bit in the open, Birmingham Legion, tough couple of weeks. They come in having dropped 3 consecutive games, most notably back on Wednesday in Indianapolis on a rainy night in Indy. Game that started 2.5 hours later than initially scheduled. Indy got 1 in the first half. They followed up with 3 more in the second half. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Sacramento Republic did not play in the midweek, played last weekend at Monterey Bay, grinded out a 1-0 result. As Kassim plays a lovely ball over the top. It's headed back to Vitiello, keeps it in, and a whistle and a foul stops things. As a collision right at the top of the box has 2 Sacramento Republic players down. Connor Donovan colliding there with Shane Wheat, and it looks like Wheat took the tougher part of the challenge there. Park that, Jared Timmer, pardon me.
It was a really good ball played over the top. The defense was scrambling. Players went flying, and you can see a little bit of an elbow to the cheek. Friendly fire on that occasion.
Good news is Timmer looks to be all right, the former Butler Bulldog. It's been a nice offseason acquisition for Sacramento Republic after spending the last couple of seasons with Indy 11 before making his way to Cali. Birmingham picking up the pressure, win possession back in the attacking third. Stephen Nwegbo able to keep that in play and was challenged and fouled by Jack Gurr.
like a little bit of a change-up for Birmingham. Juan Agudelo playing on the right wing. The last couple games he's played in attacking midfield, but he's on the right wing, and Prosper Kasim has left the right wing and dropped into the attacking midfield role. So a little bit of change, maybe looking for a little more pace in midfield, a little more size up front.
That's headed on frame. Vitiello makes his first save of the night. A bad delivery there from Prosper Kasim. Another look at it here.
It's a very good service in and a good header. Unfortunately, straight at the goalkeeper.
Saw the graphic flash up there. Sacramento has been the best defensive team in the league this year, conceding only 16 times. Now 23 games played, so the opportunities you expect for Birmingham will be few and far between. Got to make the most of what you can generate in the attack. Ball over the top, headed down by Mensah. Second ball onto by Keko, the Spaniard. Racing along the byline in front of Nwegbo. His cross blocked by Nwegbo. Pair of number 7's duel on that side of the park. Jack Gurr, plenty of time and space. Lobs one in, headed away by Crognali. Arnold Lopez, the collection. Shane Wheat keeps it moving. Desmond not quite on the same page with LaGrassa. So a goal kick for Birmingham and a chance for us to look at our injury report tonight. We'll start with Sacramento, who's dealt with injuries throughout the summer. Of course, Roro Lopez had that surgery on his leg back in May. Still out, along with Ferdy Sosa. Suffered that tough fractured right ankle. Sebastian Herrera out for the 8th straight game, as is Nick Ross and Luis Felipe, who are missing their 5th and 8th straight, respectively. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion, Tyler Pasher officially on the injury report this weekend. He's missed the past few games, and Anderson Asiadu is listed as out for personal reasons. Not another reason besides that given, but Asiadu out for the 2nd game this week. So Matthew Corcoran holding down defensive midfield tonight for Birmingham Legion without his usual partner. Agudelo on the turn is called for the foul. He thought he had bodied up Wheats.
This is what Juan Agudelo loves to do. He uses that big frame. He gets in against the defender and just likes to spin people. He did it brilliantly there. Referee felt he was a little too physical.
See the body positioning here from Agudelo. A bit of an elbow into the midsection of Wheat is what drew the whistle. Those two locked up again. Agudelo thought Wheat went over the top of him. Referee didn't buy that time. Some early complaints from the Legion bench down below. Sacramento trying to build again. Moses Mensah didn't allow Keko to turn, but the foul is called. Moses Mensah is going to get a talking to here early.
I think the talking to is because he kicked the ball away after the play. It was a foul, but nothing nasty. The conversation is about, once the whistle blows, leave the ball alone. Maybe the arm around the neck is what brought the whistle.
Mensah, the rookie from Campbell, made 72 career starts as a Camel, making his 8th start as a member of Birmingham Legion this year. Keko involved early. Arnold Lopez, Shane Wheat, now Lee Desmond, a left-footed service to the back post over the top of everybody. Nwegbo's going to let that run out. Throw for Birmingham gives us a chance to look at our keys to the game tonight. Mike, let's start with Sacramento Republic. How do they keep the good vibes rolling tonight?
Well, it's work more than anything else. Their wide midfielders have to work hard to help in defense and then counter. They're very good when they're running at you. They leave 3 forwards high almost all the time for a reason. For the Legion, they've got to adjust to playing against this unusual formation, and then they've got to build some confidence as this game goes on. If they can create chances, they can really start to build their way into the game.
19-year-old Colin Smith, the fullback, into the attack. Leaves it for Kasim. Matthew Corcoran at just 17 years old in the starting 11 once again tonight for Birmingham. Mensah hit behind Brett, not once but twice. And Brett's going to be called for the foul there as he chopped down Arnold Lopez.
A lot of fouls early in this match, a lot of bodies left sprawled on the turf. Both teams competing hard right from the start.
Lopez on the receiving end that time. His MO this year has been on the giving end of those tough challenges. Venezuelan has been a physical force in defensive midfield for Sacramento this year. His first season in the United States after a long stretch in his native Venezuela. One-two from Gurr and LaGrassa. Cronali heads that down to Colin Smith. Gives it right back to Desmond. First real touches of the night for Russell Cicerone. Into the 18, top of the box. Took a deflection on the way through. Sacramento reset things. Magbo calmly lets that roll out of play off the foot of Keko. Birmingham Legion fans, to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news, be sure to follow at BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Download the Legion FC app today. Get the Legion FC app on both Google Play and the App Store, and at BHM Legion on social media. Your home for all things Birmingham Legion FC. Martinez tried to switch things, and that's a foul right on the edge of the area called against Cronali for taking out Cicerone. A very, very dangerous spot. I believe Sacramento wants more than just a foul here.
This play started with a really bad decision by Enzo Martinez. You don't see that very often. He just turned and drove that ball right into the center of the field. A mishit perhaps. All of a sudden it was 1v1 to goal. Alex Cronali gets physical to make sure Cicerone can't put this away. But clearly came from behind. Gives a free kick in a very dangerous spot. It's hard to go up and over the wall from such a close range. So I would expect a ball either driven through or around the wall. Sacramento has a lot of people who all want to be a part of this play. 4 guys standing over the ball.
Jack Gurr, the Englishman, Seco Lewis, both giving it a long look with a host of white shirts lined up beyond the penalty spot. Here we go. Gurr got it around the wall, but just wide of the post. Did it take a deflection? Yes, it did. A corner for Sacramento.
A lot of arguments going on. We can see again on the replay, ball deflected off the wall. I'm not sure what the argument afterwards was about.
And before this corner is taken, we've got more discussions Gerald Flores having, both members of Birmingham and Sacramento. It's crowded around the top of the box. Seco Lewis, a driven serve, headed away by Cronali. Lopez keeps it down here. Sacramento want to serve from the other side. Keko against Kavita, got the ball away, but deflected out by Kavita. Another corner coming here for Sacramento.
One of the things that we've seen quite often tonight, Sacramento likes to serve the ball in, but they get a lot of players in the box before they serve it. Typically 5 or 6 players, not a conservative team. They get forward, they get people in the box, and then they work hard to get back when they need to.
This time an out-swinging service from Gurr forthcoming. Instead he plays it short to Seco Lewis. Lewis, a back heel back to Gurr, who was offside. As that's headed wide by Desmond, it wouldn't have counted anyways. So some danger created there by the Republic, but nothing comes of it in the end. Van Oekel puts it down, plays it short. Birmingham going to try to build out of the back. A little more More than 12 minutes in tonight. Juan Agudelo couldn't quite keep that in play in front of his own bench. The 11th home match of the year for Birmingham Legion. 5 wins, 4 losses, and a draw so far here at Protective Stadium. They had won their last 3 home games before their last matchup at Protective Stadium, where they led Charleston 1-0. Charleston Battery scored twice. Thievery of the highest order to give Charleston all 3 points on that occasion. Prosper Kassim just a bit too heavy on that pass out wide to Agudelo. Desmond, the Irishman, only available in this contest tonight after his 2nd yellow card last weekend at Monterey Bay was appealed and overturned. Sacramento had to hang on for dear life the last 5-6+ minutes of that contest, down to 10 men after Desmond was given his 2nd yellow card. The appeal means he was available for selection tonight and back in the starting 11 for Sacramento. Gross is able to turn. Lopez. Grassa. Worked by Corcoran to disrupt things, at least for a moment. Lopez again wants to play the long diagonal over the top. Nwegbo, the Birmingham Legion winger, tracking back defensively. Ezekiel Lewis couldn't find his way around Kavita and Mensah. The referee got in the way, stopped things for a moment, and that will draw a whistle. Approaching the 15-minute mark here at Protective Stadium. Glad to have you with us tonight. Blake Gardner, Mike Gebman, Christina Chambers, your crew this evening. Collision there right along the touchline as Smith. I don't think he realized Desmond was right on his back. Colin Smith, the 19-year-old on loan from FC Dallas. Good find by Martinez. Kassim trying to thread it through to Nico Brett. Not a bad idea.
Nico Brett wanted it into his feet. It was on for both. Unfortunately, each player chose differently.
Nico Brett, a prolific goal scorer. Scored 5 times this year. Scored 27 in 2 seasons when he played in Birmingham back in 2020 and 2021. It's been a season in New Mexico, now back in Birmingham for this 2023 campaign. Falls for Martinez. Agudelo trying to work it out of tight quarters. Able to maintain possession. Alex Cronali, Fondwell Kavita, the typical center back pairing. Anchor central defense once again tonight for Birmingham. As Christina said, head coach Tom Sohn wanted his team, especially defensively, to be more organized tonight. Mike, the challenge for Birmingham is, obviously you're playing a good team tonight, but after a tough performance on Wednesday, you'd want to get back on the training ground. You don't really get a chance to train when you have such a quick turnaround like Birmingham did, playing Wednesday and now playing tonight. That ball over the top is going to fall kindly for Gurr. Against Nwegbo. Gurr trying to backheel it to Keko. Good defending by Mensah to win Birmingham a goal kick.
With the quick turnaround, there isn't too much time to train, but you do get a day, and you have a couple of days to watch video and analyze. Clearly, Legion have come out with a plan tonight. Deba Nwegbo is playing at left wing, but defensively he's playing at left back. So they're making sure to have an extra defender when they don't have the ball. And we've seen 2 or 3 early balls played over the top, looking for Juan Agudelo mostly. But again, a clear plan from Birmingham Legion that they're going to sit back, they're going to defend with 5 when they can in the back, and they're going to play early balls over the top, looking to catch Sacramento out of shape.
Grassa got clipped from behind. Referee allows play to continue. fans, Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select is the player's choice. An easy catch to that Select ball by Birmingham goalkeeper Matt Van Oekel. The 36-year-old makes his 16th start of the year after he didn't start the last contest at Indy on Wednesday. Smith down the line for Agadello, beaten to it by Connor Donovan. And Donovan was fouled from behind. Good positioning from Donovan, who, by the way, is playing his 179th career USL regular season game tonight. North Carolina FC, OKC Energy, RGV, Orlando City. Now Connor Donovan's second season in Sacramento, where he's led the team in minutes here in 2023.
Another player who clearly has found a home. His individual success has grown, but as a part of that, the team's success has also grown.
Yellow took his time, but does send it long. Restart play. It's flicked along nicely by Cicerone, but Nwegbo circles back to retrieve it. A foul there as high boot almost caught, might have just barely caught Matthew Corcoran.
He doesn't seem too bothered by it as he's trying to get this ball back into play quickly.
Matthew Corcoran, just 17 years old, making his 15th start of the year tonight, his 5th straight. Goal and 3 assists for the youngster. Was beaten to it that time by Cicerone's defensive efforts.
Matthew Corcoran is a very good athlete. We notice him most because of his skill and his ability to connect passes, but he's a very good athlete. That time, Russell Cicerone was just a little bit quicker.
Corcoran, one of the brightest young players in the league this year. Fun to watch his development here for Birmingham. This 2023 campaign, after played just 166 minutes last year, he has played a much larger role in this campaign. Desmond on the first touch. Crognali is locked up there with Keko. Got to his feet and kept it moving. Sacramento able to maintain possession through the pressure. The other side for Jared Timmer.
Sacramento has had a lot of the ball. They've kept it in the back of the team. They have not found very many connections up front.
Trying to find one here, perhaps. Jack Gurr lobs one to the back post again. An easy catch for Matt Van Oekel. Quickly rolls it out for Corcoran. Nico Brett trying to connect with Kasim. A long slide there from Timmer to get there first. And Agadello is halted on his tracks. Martinez wasted no time putting it back in play. Out the other side, Deba Nwegbo off and moving. Nwegbo against Timmer, cuts it inside. Still Nwegbo, and Vitelio makes the save. Good work from Deba Nwegbo, and the second save of the night for Danny Vitiello.
While Agadello's still feeling the effects of that slide tackle. But Enzo Martinez always turned on, always seeing what's going on around him. Saw the early switch and it created a really good chance, maybe the best chance so far for Legion.
Deba Nwegbo, another rookie for Birmingham Legion, making his 8th start this year. He scored a couple of times. Both came in that stretch of home wins Birmingham had earlier in the summer. Bad effort there, just didn't strike it as cleanly as he would have preferred, as Gurr could not keep that alive. Be a throw for Birmingham Legion. Birmingham fans, for looking to grab some of the season's new Legion FC merch to wear to the next home game, check out all the new gear now at bhmlegion.shop. Again, that's bhmlegion.shop. Make sure you're ready to go for Birmingham Legion's next home contest. includes the 2023 3rd Avenue white kit the Birmingham Legion are wearing tonight. Those on the shop and available now. Wegbo somehow kept that alive. Well done by him. Birmingham able to play out the other side. Colin Smith, Matthew Corcoran, keeps it moving to Kasim. Mensah, bending service, beyond his intended targets. Desmond heads it away from trouble. Birmingham will reset through their center backs.
Both teams have been so solid defensively. You can keep the ball, but only at the back of your team. It's very hard to find attacking players, although here goes Corcoran.
Corcoran tried to leave it for Nico Brett. Cleared away from danger by Wheat. Now here comes Sacramento. Cicerone. Cross out for Gurr, and Birmingham quick to get numbers back behind the ball. More than halfway through this opening 45, still scoreless between Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic. Birmingham Legion trying to get back on track. Sacramento Republic looking for their 13th win of the year. Seco Lewis able to beat Moses Mensah there. Cicerone racing to the byline, got the service away, and it's headed wide of the mark by Keko.
Keko had a really good look. He had great body position. He was facing the goal. He just simply put that one just wide. It was a terrific service over the back of the defense. He gets to just position it where he wants, and he put it just past the post. That's the best chance so far for Sacramento.
Keko known for more of setting up goals this year than scoring them himself. Team high 6 assists for the Spaniard this year, but he has scored 3 times. Nico Brett's touch let him down just a little bit there. Ball over the top, too far for Gurr, and Van Oak will let that run out. Birmingham fans, Legion FC's next USL Championship home game kicks off August 19th at Protective Stadium against Louisville City FC. Get your tickets to the match today at bhmlegion.com/tickets. Again, bhmlegion.com/tickets for Birmingham Legion and Louisville City. The second matchup of the year for those two Eastern Conference foes. Birmingham Legion got the best of Lou City on the trip to Kentucky a few weeks back. Well done by Smith to keep that moving to Agadello, who kept his body positioning strong. He was fouled, but the referee allows play to continue. Kasim into the area, cuts it on his left. Kasim shot blocked. Agadello keeps it down here for the Legion, if only for a moment, as Lopez was turned and fouled.
Lopez is getting beat up tonight. That's the second or third time he's been left sprawling on the turf.
Lopez down in a heap. Juan Agadello hurting a little bit as well from at least the initial challenge.
Nothing there that looks bad or nasty, just a tangle of bodies. But Arnold Lopez is still down on the turf.
Lopez still slow to get up, trying to stretch it out.
It may take him a moment to catch his breath, but it looks like he's going to be all right.
Closing in on what we think is going to be a hydration break coming here in just a few moments. 28th minute here at Protective Stadium. Desmond. Grassa back to the feet of Wheat. Cicerone taken off it by the young Corcoran. Timmer. Looking to the wide option. Gurr. Closed down there by Nwegbo. Continues to dive deep defensively. Word is from down below. Christina Chambers saying there will be no hydration break here at the half-hour mark. We'll play all the way through, despite the temperature tonight. Mensah crashes in. Good challenge by him. Referee said it was ball.
The temperature has dropped to a brisk 86 right now. I'm sure that's part of why the referee doesn't think the players are going to need hydration.
Hold up play once again from Juan Agudelo. Prosper Kasim. Again, in attacking midfield tonight, more of a new role for him. Typically more of a wide player. Enzo Martinez typically more of an advanced position, but sinking deeper tonight as Agudelo tees one up. It took a deflection. Finiello had to press it wide. It'll be a Birmingham corner, their first of the night.
Good goalkeeping. It was a well-struck ball. It did take a deflection. Vitiello had to be really careful because when this ball leaves Agudelo's foot, it's going one direction. All of a sudden it's going another. He gets both hands down early and makes the save.
Danny Vitiello's had a bit of work to do here in this first half. Upcoming corner for Birmingham, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Outswinging ball from Corcoran, got all the way through the traffic somehow.
It was a great ball bending right through the danger zone. Somehow skipped past everybody.
So a throw for Sacramento Republican, Jack Gurr. Be the Englishman to get things restarted. Another guy Birmingham fans probably pretty familiar with from his time spent with Atlanta United 2. Team that Birmingham saw quite a bit, especially in 2019 and 2020. Desmond tried to keep it in play, couldn't. So it'll be a throw for Birmingham as soon as that other ball gets sent off the pitch.
Sacramento not too eager to run and get it off the field.
Smith lobs it in. Brett leaves it for Agudelo. Martinez went tumbling through the play after some contact. Even Nwegbo with help from Mensah on that side. Nwegbo lobs it in. And it was cleared on the ground by Wheat, who was fouled by Agudelo.
Agudelo goes down on his knees and prays to the gods of officials. Not sure what the call was. He felt he had a chance to score. Diba Nwegbo with a good bending service. Juan Agudelo, the ball was coming to him, but the play was halted.
Tell you what, that's pretty good from Wheat to clear it from the seat of your pants. Agudelo's been heavily involved in the Birmingham attacking third this first half. Both sides still looking for a breakthrough. 4 shots for Birmingham Legion so far. 2 for Sacramento Republic. Two of the more talented teams in the USL Championship going head-to-head for just the second all-time meeting. Their first meeting was last year in Sacramento. Sacramento Republic was in the midst of that huge US Open Cup run all the way to the US Open Cup final. Republic have only lost 3 home games over the last 12 months. One of those losses to Birmingham. Juan Agudelo scored in just the second minute. Birmingham's defense made it stand up. Birmingham Legion took all 3 points away from Sacramento Republic. Last year was Sacramento Republic, who made the Open Cup run all the way to the finals against Orlando. This year was Birmingham Legion, who along with Pittsburgh made the largest Open Cup runs of any USL team. Both Pittsburgh and Birmingham making their way to the US Open Cup quarterfinals. Birmingham Legion beaten out by Inter Miami. As the run in behind gives the flag up. Keko again testing the organization of the Birmingham backline to no avail.
Both teams have been looking to get behind each other quite often. Sacramento has been called offside several times. Legion have been called for fouls as they battle for the ball.
Birmingham on the move again. Corcoran, a lovely find to Agadello with a bit of space. Quickly closed by LaGrassa. Now it's Martinez on the turn. Martinez's pass deflected. Zico Lewis, lovely footwork to get around Corcoran, who holds him back, and that will be the first yellow card of the night. Shown to Matthew Corcoran, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
Matthew Corcoran taking one for the team. Call it the dark arts, call it whatever you'd like, but Matthew Corcoran was beat. He knew his team was in trouble. Rather let the man run with the ball, he said, I'm just gonna take this foul and take the yellow card and do what I have to make sure Sacramento doesn't get a chance to score.
So the youngster Corcoran is booked. Had many yellow cards to his name this year, but he gets one there. Had some tough challenges in this first half. Kind of had a feeling someone would get booked before we got to the halftime locker room.
It has been a physical game.
35th minute here at Protective Stadium. Scoreless so far. Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic. Sacramento tries to build once again. Birmingham trying to keep the defense organized. Keko got a touch and a late whistle draws things back. Referee thought about it for a moment, but eventually did bring play to a halt.
It was a very late whistle, but that's what a referee should do. Take a moment, make sure what you want to call or not call. In the end, he gave the foul. I think most non-partisan fans would feel that that was the right call.
LaGrassa out wide. Keko against Nwagbo. Got the service away. Van Oekel another catch. So far, Mike, not a whole lot has come from those services from wide areas from Sacramento.
Well, Legion are big in the center of the back, and Matt Van Oekel is very good in the air. Legion have brought a lot of bodies back on defense. They've not let Sacramento have any quick attacks or counterattacks. And so crosses have been all there is for Sacramento. And so far, Matt Van Oekel has cleaned those up very nicely.
Matt Van Oekel, 5th in USL history in career clean sheets. As we talked about in the open, looking for his 41st tonight against the strong Sacramento side. Zico Lewis pings it across the way. Timmer's first touch wasn't great, but he didn't have a ton of pressure to deal with. Timmer, Connor Donovan, Shane Wheats. The back three for Sacramento Republic the majority of this summer.
Legion are allowing Sacramento to have the ball with their backs. They're really almost daring those backs to come forward with it. So far, Sacramento has been very conservative, keeping all three of their center backs in the back, even when there's room to go forward.
Gurr picks up his head, plays an early ball. Cernale chested down. Lopez. Headed away by Martinez. So far, so good tonight for this Birmingham defense. The goal was to stay organized through 37 minutes. Sacramento hasn't been allowed much. Cicerone looking over the top. Kavita, the captain, was there. Not once, but twice, and it got all the way through to Nico Brett, who's going to try to catch Fitiello off his line. His shot didn't miss by much. And a smile on the face of Danny Fitiello, who had to race back to his goal frame. Make sure Nico Brett didn't beat him from midfield.
You gotta love the competitive spirit. First of all, Nico Brett way out, sees it. Vitiello giving everything. Focused completely on the ball. Terrific strike from midfield. And then after crashing into the net, Vitiello with a big smile on his face.
Danny Vitiello, a fun personality. If you didn't see it on Sacramento Republic social media this past week, he was the guy that was mic'd up in training. Got a bit of a peek into his thoughts throughout a training session. Former Golden Glove winner in the USL Championship in his time at Pittsburgh, now in his second campaign at Sacramento Republic. Took a moment to get himself untangled there, but we're good to go. Keeps it moving. Martinez on the switch, finds Steven Nwegbo with plenty of real estate to work with. Nwegbo against Timmer into the box. Nwegbo, still Nwegbo, cut it back to the penalty spot just behind the run of Brent. Keko beaten to it, it's fair and square by Mensah.
Really good attack from Birmingham Legion. Great hold-up play from Agudelo. Fantastic early switch from Enzo Martinez. Diba Nwegbo recognizing he's 1v1, going at his man and beating him. Unfortunately, the final pass just 6 inches behind Nico Brett, but a very good scoring chance for Birmingham Legion.
Diba Nwegbo's been a busy man in this first half. He's gotten forward in the attack. He's had plenty of defensive responsibility as well. To the feet of Nico Brett. Agudelo has options. Prosper Kassim, one of them. Brett on the turn, trying to lay it off for Kassim, and maybe one touch too many. Skur provides a no-nonsense clearance. "40 minutes gone here at Protective Stadium. Birmingham have had a bit more of the ball and the tempo go their way over the past few minutes. Juan Agudelo again finding space, getting at this Sacramento defense. Couldn't get it through to Enzo Martinez. Weed had it red. Here comes Cicerone, trying to get around Corcoran, couldn't quite get around him. Corcoran called for the foul.
Matthew Corcoran, very fortunate. He's on a yellow card. Sacramento was 3-on-3 in the attack. That was their first opportunity to really counter.
See Russell Cicerone still imploring the referee, asking for a second yellow there on Corcoran. John Flores, our referee tonight, gesturing at almost the entirety of the Birmingham back line, saying they had bodies back. By the way, welcome everybody here in Alabama who just now joined our coverage on My 68. From NFL preseason football to the actual game of football. Birmingham Legion taking on Sacramento Republic here at Protective Stadium tonight. Final few minutes of the first half as Jack Gurr gets forward. He's around Nwegbo, plays the early service. Alex Crognali, an excellent intervention to deny Russell Cicerone. It'll be a throw for Birmingham Legion after LaGrossa got in on a tough challenge there against Prosper Kassim. But a moment of danger created here by the speed of Jack Gurr.
Jack Gurr gets behind, plays an early cross right in the path of Russell Cicerone. Alex Crognali stretching those long legs, gets to the ball just a moment before him.
Huge play by Crognali. Former Maryland Terrapin. He's been an integral part of this Birmingham defense. The better part of 4 seasons now. Agudelo laid it through to Smith, just a bit beyond his reach. Vitiello clears it away. Martinez, Keko on his back, still trying to keep it, and was fouled. That is tough work there from Enzo Martinez, who was giving up a bit of size to the Spaniard.
Enzo gets in front, gets maybe just a little bump in the back of the leg and goes down. Both players really just fighting hard. Enzo Martinez maybe getting there half a second before, and therefore gets the call.
Fans don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club's on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of the USL Championship on ESPN+. The USL, La Liga, Bundesliga, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Shout out to everybody joining us on ESPN Plus tonight. A pretty even first 43+ minutes between Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic. Smith trying to make another run in behind. Vitiello off his line to collect it before Smith and Enzo Martinez were arriving.
That won't go down as a save, but it was a really good play from Vitiello. He read it really early and got out there to clean things up before his defenders had to do any real work.
Fifth minute is their time for one more scoring chance to be generated by either side. Jared Timmer certainly thinks, though. He's pushing forward. Keko. Driven service, headed away from danger by Mensah. It's 3-on-4. If Martinez wants to hurry, he's got Brett and Agadello with him. And Kavita, it looks like just a little bit of stoppage time is forthcoming to close this first half. Enzo thought he was fouled, he was. Free kick for Birmingham, right around the midway stripe, and it is 1 minute of stoppage time, brought to you by UAB Medicine to close this first half. Just a few more moments left in this first half. Touch for Agadello, Alex Crognale. Corcoran keeps it moving to Prosper Kasim. Duegbo serves to the back post. Vitiello off his line, another catch. Danny Vitiello has been active here in this first half.
He made one or two very good saves early. He's come out early to scoop up some balls that look to be dangerous, and he's caught a couple of crosses very cleanly. Certainly gives his defenders confidence that if they get beat, they've got a solid player behind who will make up for it.
That brings the first half to a close. Either side finds a breakthrough in the first 45+ minutes. Birmingham Legion stayed organized defensively. Sacramento Republic held without a shot on target in that first half. And we will go scoreless into the halftime dressing rooms. Christina Chambers is down below with Birmingham Legion head coach Tom Sohn. Christina?
Coach, you really wanted to focus on defense heading into this match. How would you assess how your team played this first half?
It was good. We're keeping our shape. You know, shape was everything, and we played Wednesday. And they didn't, so we want to make sure we save our legs for the times when we win the ball and can turn it into attack. We just have to transition a little bit better in the attack, but so far defensively it's been good.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks, Christina. Thanks to head coach Tom Sohn. Sounds like he's relatively pleased with his team at the first half. Mark Briggs and Sacramento Republic with some work to do in the halftime dressing room as well. Coming up, a look at our special segment, Inside the Match. Brought to you by Down in Front Productions, plus a look at our first half stats, out-of-town scores, and news and notes around the league. That all comes your way when we return to Birmingham after this quick break.
Calling all Legion fans, Birmingham Legion and your local Papa John's have teamed up to kick your hunger with these exclusive Papa John's deals. When the Legion win, you win. Get a free large pizza with the purchase of a large pizza at regular menu price the day after a Legion win. Using code LEGIONWINS at papajohns.com. Hungry for better? All season long, enjoy 25% off your regular menu price order when you use code LEGION at papajohns.com. Don't miss out on these great deals at a participating Papa John's.
Back here in the Magic City, Birmingham Legion are ready to get back to work tonight. But a fearsome foe awaits as the Tampa Bay Rowdies roll in as one of the hottest teams in the league. It's a Saturday night Eastern Conference showdown, and it starts right now. The vaults up the Eastern Conference table. Van Okel looks long for Kasim, who was able to stay onside. What a first touch from Kasim. Kasim centers, Martinez scores. How about that? 1-0 Legion FC.
Something that we worked on that week, you know, that was a big point of us, of how we were going to do things, and that's why that game was really special, because the way we scored was exactly what we did at the training that week, you know. It was one of the best team goals we scored all year.
Fans want the full-time whistle. It's lobbed into the area. Matt Van Okel, an easy catch, and that is full-time. Birmingham Legion take out the Tampa Bay Rowdies on this Saturday night here in the Magic City.
We've leaked quite a bit of goals this year, so as a team we need to be better, be more compact, and, you know, continue to pitch shutouts.
Yeah, it's contagious. You know, we really limited their attack. I believe they had 2 shots on goal, which neither of them were pressing. Honestly, it gives our defense a better mentality going into games, knowing that, look, we do our part and we don't let them score, and our chances are always going to be good because we have enough attacking pieces.
Last week at home, the Legion got back on track. But tonight, they're in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, taking on the reigning Eastern Conference champions in Louisville City. It's a big one for Birmingham Legion tonight. Maris thought about teeing up the shot there, instead left it for OMB. Now Maris will try, and Maris scores.
We needed to come out strong in the second half. I think we struggled to keep the ball.
Look, we tried to play through a press, and they're probably one of the better pressing teams. It's just making subtle adjustments to that.
Service for Birmingham. Now it's Matthew Corcoran. In swinging ball, headed in. Juan Agudelo scores. The service from Corcoran, the end product from Agudelo, levels the game at 1 apiece.
For me, it's just we got some big guys in the box. Alex and Juan are good in the air. Just put it in a spot where they can make a play, and I think Juan timed it well. He had a great finish, and honestly, it was just a great finish. The ball was good, but it was a better finish.
He's ready for his opportunity. Obviously, sometimes you forget that he's so young, because he does a good job. He understands the game at a high level.
Corcoran. Birmingham pull back a second, and that looks like the game winner. Alex Cernali got the flick and the touch.
I just thought it bounced around and somehow went in the goal, honestly, until after the game. Avi came up to me and showed me the goal. It was a really great finish from Alex.
You know, Matthew taking the in-swinging corner like he always does. I started inside the 6 and thought I would, you know, pop out and try to get a header, but it went short in the near post. There was just a ton of people on the near post, and I tried to find the space where if it made it through, there was a little gap where the ball might bounce, and you know, somehow it made it through 4, 5, 6 guys, and I put myself in the right spot, and took the touch that, put it side netting and won the game.
Hasn't blown the whistle yet. Now does. Full time in Louisville, Kentucky, and for the first time since 2019, Birmingham Legion have 3 points from Lou City in Louisville.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Here gives it a go, and Sue here from distance! How about this start for San Antonio FC? 5 minutes in, they're up 2 goals.
RGV, Davila trying to sneak one in, and does! Oh my goodness, RGV, a fantastic goal. Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama. Good thing those storms left. It's turned into a lovely night here at Protective Stadium. 45 minutes gone scoreless between Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Christina Chambers, your crew here this evening. As we look at the Western Conference standings coming into the night, of course, we talked about Sacramento Republic being the best in the West, tied on points with a game in hand on Pittsburgh Riverhounds for the overall best point accumulation so far in the USL Championship. And Mike, it's going to be a fun race to watch between Sacramento and San Antonio down the stretch out west.
San Antonio not far behind, and they've got a game in hand, and so it's going to be a battle right to the wire, no doubt about it. Oakland Roots and San Diego Loyal not too far behind.
Meanwhile, on the Eastern Conference side of things, Birmingham Legion in the 6th spot coming into the night as they try to hold off FC Tulsa and Indy 11, but that's 6 through 10 there. There still seems to be plenty to be decided for those final few playoff spots.
Real battle for that final playoff spot. It's gotten a lot closer than Birmingham Legion fans would like it to be.
So a big contest tonight for Birmingham. Don't want to walk away from this week with no points from these two contests. Across the rest of the USL Championship, had a bit of a delay with Pittsburgh and Hartford. That game still has not gotten restarted. Meanwhile, in Miami, Indy 11 looking for their second win in 4 days. They've got 20 minutes to try to hold off Miami. Just getting underway, Louisville City and RGV over on ESPN Plus and YouTube. Apparently ESPN Plus having some technical difficulties tonight, so I believe some YouTube streams are being opened for American viewers as well. And Mike, that game coming up at 9 o'clock Central Time tonight, San Diego Loyal and Memphis certainly going to be a good one as well.
Certainly could have a big impact for Birmingham Legion as well.
Well, it's been a tough night, or a tough season, pardon me, for Hartford Athletic, but Antoine Opino continues to fill up the stat sheet. He joins Enzo Martinez as a guy who has accumulated 40 and 40. Their own exclusive club has just 4 players. That's quite the accomplishment.
Enzo Martinez, Aiden Quinn, Solomon Asante, some of the best players that have ever played in the league. And so for Antoine Opino to join that list of players really is pretty special.
And of course, everybody excited to welcome back North Carolina FC to the USL Championship in 2024. That was a team Birmingham Legion saw quite a bit of in their first 2 seasons as a club back in 2019 and 2020. It's been fun to add the trip to carry North Carolina back to the books for next season. 45 minutes in the books here between Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic. And Mike, you talked about it quite a bit. Sacramento Republic had plenty of the ball, but in terms of final third entries, it was pretty equal. Birmingham actually had more of the opportunities in the final third than Sacramento, despite playing against the ball.
I think Tom Sohn got exactly what he was looking for. They gave up possession for organization. They brought their wingers way back defensively, but they were still the more dangerous team in and around the goal, and that's how you win matches.
Well, let's see what adjustments are made by both sides coming out for this second 45 minutes. It's been all smiles so far at Protective Stadium with the rain having gone through. We've got a big second half coming up in just a moment. Scoreless between Birmingham and Sacramento. Second half when we return.
Our job is to keep your lights on. That's what you expect and deserve from Alabama Power. Our team works hard to prevent outages, but when they happen, we're on it. And we have some new tools to keep you informed. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see local outages and get repair time updates. Sign up to get personalized outage alerts by text or email for free. While we're out there getting your lights back on, we want you to have the latest information. That's our job, and we're grateful you trust us to serve you.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat, and in success. It's the engine, it's our guide. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
Welcome back here to Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Christina Chambers, your crew here tonight through one half of soccer here in this Saturday showdown. As we look at our highlights before we get going for the second half, all smiles as the rain got through the area. We were able to start on time. Matthew Corcoran was booked early, had to take a professional foul there, but Birmingham had a couple of chances from set pieces, Mike.
Good header from Juan Agadello, unfortunately straight into the hands of Vitiello, but a good chance.
Alex Cronali with a foul top of the box there. Sacramento Republic couldn't cash in that opportunity. Stephen Wegbo forced a Vitiello save. Vitiello had to make 3 saves in that first half, and Keko could not find the frame on what was the best opportunity for a Sacramento Republic side that were held without a shot on target in the first half. Juan Agadello, though, Mike, was very heavily involved.
Juan Agadello had a lot of the ball in and around the box.
Nico Brett had an opportunity from distance as well that sent Vitiello tangled into his own net. It's an audacious attempt from Brett, but it didn't miss by much. Meanwhile, Sacramento Republic had one more chance here. Gurr with a great ball, but Alex Cronali, a key play.
That looked to be the most dangerous opportunity. We'll see if both teams can create some more.
Our second half starts right now. Birmingham will start with the ball first, wearing their 3rd Avenue South white strips. Sacramento Republic in their Change Legacy black kits, honoring their 10 years as a club in the USL Championship. See if either side makes any big changes to start this second half. No announced personnel changes for Birmingham. And that looks to be the same for Sacramento as well. Down below, Christina Chambers, the 3rd member of our crew tonight, got a chance to catch up with Mark Briggs before his side got ready for the second half. Christina?
Yeah, that's right. He says that his team, they've been making the same movements in the first half. He says we have to move differently. We have to make sure we get some penetration through that back line and just see what happens to have more shots on goal. He said the first half, same movements, so they got to switch it up.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Christina. Yeah, just 2 shots total for Sacramento Republic, neither of which was on frame.
Mark Briggs clearly seeing the same things that we saw. A lot of possession, not many opportunities to score.
In fact, Birmingham actually had more touches in Sacramento's box than Sacramento had in Birmingham's in that first half of play, according to Opta. Demon Awegbo closed down quickly, has Mensah and Corcoran working with him. Good news for Sacramento Republic is Birmingham didn't find the back of the net either. That's the 17th time in 24 games Sacramento has held a team scoreless in the first half. Good work by Smith. Brett brought it down. Pass didn't quite get to Kasim. Martinez got it though, couldn't quite turn with it. Lopez allows Sacramento Republic to escape their own defensive third. Awegbo closed down Gurr. Mensah, did he win it cleanly? He didn't. He's going to be shown a yellow card for his troubles as well as Gurr went down. We'll need another look at that to see whether the studs were exposed for Moses Mensah. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, the second of the night.
Mensah clearly wins the tackle, but puts his foot onto the opponent's foot. It wasn't studs up, it wasn't high. There was contact. I think the scream and the dramatics maybe drew that yellow card.
So Corcoran has been booked, and now Moses Mensah has been as well. Timmer goes back to Donovan. Shane Wheat trying to play directly. Alex Cronali picks it off, but only finds LaGrassa. Gurr trying to bend his run to stay onside. Ball didn't quite reach him. It fell for Zico Lewis. Again, Alex Cronali is there defensively. Alex Cronali has had a pretty solid night so far. Martinez trying to get onto the second ball, did, and got a nice flick back from Agadello. Birmingham's attack snuffed out quickly. They're back on it in short order. Here comes Demon Awegbo again with plenty of space to work with. Awegbo, lovely move. Still Awegbo, and Vitiello makes the save.
Awegbo has been dangerous one-on-one. He's beat his man nearly every time he's had it. There's a little fake right, goes left, puts it through the defender's legs, but doesn't get enough on it to really trouble Vitiello.
Connor Donovan doing just enough to bother Demon Awegbo. And just 21 years old. Former member of William and Mary, spent some time in Birmingham growing up as a member of Alabama FC. Made this Birmingham team in the preseason, now playing a big role tonight. Zico Lewis gets a chance to get forward. Lewis out wide for Lee Desmond. Arnold Lopez. Sacramento recycle, Timmer. Nowhere to go for Timmer as Birmingham got organized once more. Lopez keeps it moving for Shane Wheat, another former Pittsburgh Riverhound. Vitiello, Wheat, Cicerone all spent some time in Pittsburgh before making their way to California. Of course, Birmingham's Nico Brett, also a former Riverhound, where he scored plenty of goals in his time in Pittsburgh. this is what a lot of the first half was for Sacramento. A lot of possession with Wheat, Donovan, and Timmer, but nowhere really to break down this organized Birmingham back line. This time Zico Lewis trying to make the run in behind. Matt Van Oekel might have been able to collect that. Instead, plays safely to his own bench.
Sacramento just refuses to let their center backs carry the ball forward even when they've got 10 or 15 yards. It means that they're always safe, they're always in position defensively, but at least so far tonight it means that they've not been able to generate any real danger in the attacking third.
Timmer looking over the top, Gurr making the run in behind. Good work by Moses Mintz, again in front. He's had a solid night tonight. Found Enzo Martinez as well, who's working with Juan Agadello. Colin Smith looking long. Nico Brett almost got there, a collision with Viniello. Both guys are down. The flag was up against Brett. Now check on both those guys.
Both players had their eye on the ball. Two very athletic players challenging hard, both feeling the impact. Really good service in. You could see at the end it looked like Nico Brett tried to get out of the way. But Viniello coming very hard. Fair play to both of them, but a crunching tackle or collision.
Viniello still down, receiving some medical attention again. Talked about he and Brett, both former Pittsburgh Riverhounds, didn't cross over in their time in Pittsburgh, but Viniello's turned himself into one of the better goalkeepers in the USL Championship. Looking for his 9th clean sheet tonight. He had an active first 45 minutes. Looks like he's going to be all right, which is a good sign for Sacramento.
Good news is it was not head-to-head or anything like that. It looked maybe more to be hip to abdomen, maybe knocking the wind out of Vitiello. But he's back up. Looks like he's ready to continue.
So the game will continue. Viniello gingerly walking it off as Sacramento plays with possession at their feet. Man, what a gorgeous night it has turned into here in Birmingham. It was humid and hot all day. We had thunderstorms roll in a few hours before kickoff, but you wouldn't know it now by the blue and orange sky that we have enveloping Protective Stadium here, uptown part of Birmingham, Alabama. Blake Gardner, Mike Evan, Christina Chambers, your crew here tonight. Glad to have you with us on My 68 on ESPN Plus on YouTube. If you're having problems with the ESPN Plus stream tonight, all USL and USL League One games on YouTube this evening. Zico Lewis over the top of Mintza, got the cross to Matt Van Oekel.
Matt Van Oekel will take that all night. He's really had very little to do. A couple of crosses, a couple of easy scoops, but nothing that's troubled him at all.
Dangerous there from Mintza. Kavita had to head it away. Gurr did well to keep that in play. Zico Lewis once more. Mintza fouls him from behind. Free kick given.
Mintza throws his arms up to signal to the referee. I didn't mean to, but really what he signals as he does it is that I fouled him. Clearly coming through behind, and then there go the arms. Hard foul to miss.
Again, Mintza and Corcoran both playing on yellow cards, have to be careful. Set piece opportunity here for Sacramento Republic. Jack Gurr, one of the best chance creators in the USL this year. Serves a dangerous ball in. It got over the top of all the intended targets. And Wheat couldn't keep it in play.
Really good service, though. Driven, bending, perfectly placed. That ball just needed somebody to touch it, and it would have ended up in the net.
Fans Copa Tejas takes center stage as playoff positioning heats up. Golden Boot leader Tani Oluwase and San Antonio FC welcome Wilmer Cabrera and RGV FC with major playoff implications. It's San Antonio and RGV on Wednesday, August 16th. 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific on ESPN2. Alex Crognale stuffed out what looked to be a very quick counter there for Sacramento. Now Birmingham has an opportunity developing. Juan Agudelo on the turn. Plays Moses Mensah into the attacking third. Crognale trying to split the lines. Agudelo nowhere to turn, hounded by Connor Donovan. Birmingham has been organized defensively tonight, but that has been a staple of the campaign for Sacramento Republic, as stingy as they come defensively in the USL this year. Just 16 goals allowed in 23 games played coming into the night.
That really is an amazing stat. You can be a good defensive team, but to be that consistent game after game and give up so few goals really is impressive.
3 straight wins for Sacramento coming into the night. 4-3-1 over their last 8 contests. They've lost just 3 games all year long. For a team that was good last year, made the big Open Cup run, still finished 4th in the Western Conference. They have been even better in this campaign. So far, Birmingham Legion tonight have been with them stride for stride. A very nice bounce back from Birmingham's side that struggled. Very wet and rainy Indianapolis a few days back. Bit of a misplay there. Timmer not quite on the same page with Keko. Good turn by Prosper Kasim. LaGrossa on his back. Keko plays it into touch once more. And Mike, as we approach the hour mark, the question for Birmingham becomes, when do they need those fresh legs, given they are working on short rest against a Sacramento side that had the full week to rest and recover?
Legion rotated a couple of players, but there's a lot of guys out there that have played a lot of minutes this week. Today was so humid at the start of this game, you have to wonder how long can the group go.
Steven Wegbo beats Keko to that, wants to usher it out of play, and he did. Goal kick for Birmingham Legion. Well, we got a chance to catch up with Mark Briggs and Sacramento Republic at the outset of the week. Christina, Briggs talked about how the Sacramento team has been one of the closest, if not the closest team that he has coached in his time as a head man in the USL Championship. Cesar Martinez couldn't quite keep that alive.
Yes, that is correct. He talked about how this is the closest team he's ever coached, and not just talking about on the field, but off the field. He said this team gets together, they hang out, the wives get together when they're on the road and watch the games together, they golf together. We talked about, hey, they're staying in downtown Birmingham, Top Golf is right across the street, and we asked him, hey, do you have any plans going there? I asked him before the game. He said we didn't get a chance to go over there yesterday, but if they win, he said you can probably expect them to be over there after this game tonight. But he said this game, this team is the closest it's ever been, and it's been paying off on the field.
Did Van Oekel keep that in play? He did not. That's going to be a corner for Sacramento Republic. Van Oekel, who's been scooping up almost every ball served in by Sacramento, might have had his first misplay of the night right there.
He's been very clean all night with the few that he's had to deal with, but that one took a little bobble. It was skipping and right at the post. The end result is a corner kick for Sacramento, who has a number of very big players. They haven't scored a lot of goals on set pieces, but they do have a few dangerous bodies in there.
Be an In swinging service here from Jack Gurr. Driven and headed away by Juan Agudelo. Zico Lewis able to bring it down. Gurr. Lewis trying to get it back to him. Gurr serves to the back post, and a collision at the post, but Kavita did just enough to get in the way of Connor Donovan, who is arriving. Donovan a bit slow to get up, but does. Thanks to Christina for her report down below. Now we know there's added stakes tonight for Sacramento. They need 3 points and they want a trip to Topgolf. That's what's on the minds here with 28 minutes to go. And Sacramento will make the first change for either side tonight as Lee Desmond, the Irishman's evening, comes to a close. Villadere will come on for him. 25-year-old from Barcelona. He's made quite a few starts this year for Sacramento. He comes off the bench for the 6th time this year, this evening. Working his way back to full fitness. Got the final 18 minutes against Monterey Bay. Gets a little bit more of an extended run here tonight in Birmingham. So Domia Villadere, the first change for either side, brought to you by Papa John's. Comes Sacramento again. Zico Lewis with Corcoran on his back. Corcoran did just enough. Crognali trying to clear it away and did. Sacramento trying to keep the pressure on here. Keko couldn't quite thread through Gurr. Again, Moses Mensah was there. It's been a frustrating night offensively for Sacramento Republic in this one, as Martinez was clattered from behind.
Moses Mensah with his quick feet and athletic ability and had a very good night so far. He's gotten forward a few times, but defensively he's been in the right spot every time. Enzo Martinez on the replay clearly getting fouled from behind.
Pretty solid night at the office for Moses Mensah. Part of this Birmingham back line that has held Sacramento Republic without a shot over the last half hour. Flag stays down. Juan Agudelo able to bring that down. It redirects out to Smith, who scores! Colin Smith slots it in the bottom corner. Birmingham Legion have the lead.
Colin Smith, very much an attacking fullback, loves to get forward. Mostly he's the guy serving balls or passing balls in. But on this one, he gets on the end of a lovely layoff from Juan Agudelo, and you can't hit a ball much cleaner than this.
The first USL goal in the young career of Colin Smith, brought to you by AT&T. It's the 19-year-old who gives the home side the lead here at Protective Stadium. Another look at it here.
Good ball into Agudelo, a lovely layoff. Catches it on the volley, hits it first time, smashes it into the far side netting. What a great way to get your first professional goal.
19-year-old on loan from FC Dallas has the moment that this game has been searching for. Birmingham Legion in front. Sacramento in an unfamiliar spot, playing from behind with 25 plus minutes to go.
When you have two top quality teams, it very often comes down to one mistake or one moment of brilliance. So far, the difference is one moment of brilliance.
Ball over the top, Mensah lets it go. Goal kick for Birmingham Legion. Fans, if you can't watch the match, turn on SiriusXM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Matt Van Oekel sends it deep. Again, Juan Agudelo trying to hold things up against Wheat. He wasn't able to keep that in play.
Juan Agudelo is just so good at holding people off. Wheat's done a really nice job. He's had a very solid game. But Juan Agudelo, one of the very best at playing as a target, being a hold-up player. Created the goal, and now he's created another possession for Legion.
Now it's Sacramento who have to pressure a little bit more, trailing by 1. Smith trying to play that in the direction of Juan Agudelo. Vitiello sends it deep. Grossa heads it forward. It's another key intervention, and Agudelo turns with possession. So Martinez picks it up, continues the move forward. Martinez has options. Almost found Nico Brett as one of them. Still work to be done. Kasim shot is blocked. Now Sacramento able to clear their lines. LaGrossa, a counter potentially on for Sacramento. Cicerone bombing forward, and again Mensah gets a foot in.
Mensah has been immense for Legion tonight. He's had his hands full, but he's done a great job. This game is definitely opening up a little bit. Legion love to counter. They've got some really quick people, but that has also been a strength for Sacramento, and now that they have to get after it, they've got to take some risks. I won't be surprised if we see this become a little more of a track meet.
Christina Chambers is down below. Christina, head coach Tom Sohn for Birmingham seemed pretty pleased when you talked to him at halftime, and based on what you've heard down below, those good vibes have continued. He's liked what he's seen from his team to start the second half as well.
That is exactly right. You, coach, jumped up with so much excitement when Colin Smith, 19-year-old, scored his first professional goal. You could tell everybody the sideline hugging each other just for excitement with him or for him. But coach also, hey guys, we're up 1-0, but we got to stay calm and get back to business.
Still plenty of time.
It's a really good point. There is plenty of time. There's a lot left to play, and you can't get caught up in the exuberance. The emotion is great. It feels good, but we've got to continue to do the job if we want to come away with 3 points. I'm sure that's the message that Coach Tom Sohn was giving his side.
Timmer pushing forward as deep as he's pushed forward all night long. Gurr nowhere to go against Nwegbo, who continues to drop deep defensively. Lopez swings it around. Nowhere to go. Again, more possession for these Sacramento center backs who continue to push the line of confrontation forward. Gurr. Keko on the turn. Couldn't get much behind the service, and Corcoran a no-nonsense clearance. Difference right now, Colin Smith, his first USL Championship goal assisted by Juan Agudelo, who has created over 30 scoring chances so far this year for the Legion. Agudelo's had a solid night tonight, and only fitting, as good as the Birmingham defense has been to this point, that it is a member of that back four that has the game's biggest moment to this point. "70 minutes gone here at Protective Stadium. Best team in the West, arguably the best team in the USL Championship this year, playing from behind against Birmingham Legion. Good interplay there. Gurr, a first-time serve. Kavita deals with it. Zico Lewis, a nice back heel, and shot is punched aside by Van Oekel, cleared by Corcoran. Grossa got plenty of it. Still work to be done. It falls again for LaGrossa, but Cronali cuts out his pass. And Smith clears it up the line. two members of Birmingham Legion down. First, a look at the save for Van Oekel.
Rocket hit to his left, does really well to get down and gets two strong hands to the save.
The first shot on target of the night for Sacramento comes in the 71st minute. Forces Matt Van Oekel into his first save. Matthew Corcoran was down for a moment. Moses Mensah is the man down right now.
He's pointing at his hamstring, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's a cramp in his hamstring. He has put in the miles, he's put in the work. Most of his running has been at a sprint. The humidity drains you. The rest of the team is happy to take a little bit of a rest right now and catch their breath.
Again, a kickoff tonight, it was 88 degrees, but with over 70% humidity, the feels like temperature down below was over 97 degrees. Warm, humid night in Birmingham. Moses Mensah has had to cover a lot of ground. Christina Chambers down below reporting Grayson DuPont has grabbed his shirt. It looks like he's going to be the first change of the night for Birmingham. Meanwhile, Mark Briggs and Sacramento Republic, some work to be done as they continue to talk things over on their side.
Grayson DuPont getting ready. He had a fantastic night on Wednesday. Only a few minutes at the end of the game, but he was very dangerous running at people, very successful in one-on-one situations. Clearly earned some trust from head coach Tom Sohn, and he's going to get the chance to come here. I think what we'll see is Deba Nwegbo move to the left back spot and Grayson DuPont go to the left wing. It does also look like Gabriel Alves, so he'll be the more natural left back, perhaps sliding in at the left back spot.
So it is going to be a double change. Moses Mensah is going to get a nice ovation as he comes off. Gabriel Alves will check in for him, and Grayson DuPont will come out as well to replace Nico Brett. Substitutions brought to you by Papa John's. Fans use code LEGION for 25% off your regular menu price online order at papajohns.com. 74th minute officially. Birmingham Legion makes their first two changes of the night. Gabriel Alves has been more the starting left fullback for Birmingham this year. 17 starts, just the 5th time he's coming off the bench. For Grayson DuPont, as Mike said, he played the last few minutes and looked good against Indy 11. He makes his 7th appearance off the bench here tonight. A little more than a quarter hour left. Birmingham in front of Sacramento by 1. Visitors trying to change that. Had the bulk of possession tonight. That hasn't necessarily led to them having the bulk of the scoring opportunities. Lopez pushing forward. Zico Lewis was clattered from behind. Free kick given. And a yellow card shown to Alex Cronali, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. So Cronali becomes the 3rd member of the Legion to be booked tonight. A free kick coming for Sacramento within shooting range.
Alex Cronali comes up from behind and late. Lewis makes a little bit of a meal out of it, but there was contact. And the result is a free kick at about 28 yards, which is a pretty good distance to be able to get the ball up and down.
Zico Lewis giving it a look. It'll be Cicerone straight into the wall. So the wall does its job. It's been a relatively quiet night, by the way, for Russell Cicerone. Has not had a ton of opportunities to create danger. Viadair did just enough to keep that in play. Viadair on the turn. DuPont hounded him. Lopez looking long, just over the top of Viadair. Birmingham fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Be sure to follow at BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and download the Legion FC app today. And that's at BHM Legion on social media. Birmingham Legion FC app, your ways to keep up with Birmingham Legion FC. Christina Chambers down below also reporting both sides have more changes coming. A double change coming for Sacramento here in a short moment. Another change coming for Birmingham Legion as Mikey Lopez has grabbed a shirt. Grayson DuPont able to get on the end of that. Was he fouled? Referee says no. Goal kick for Sacramento. And it'll be Birmingham who get to make their change first. The return of Mikey Lopez as he will replace Matthew Corcoran. First appearance in 7 games for Lopez after he came off injured against San Antonio. He slides into defensive midfield to replace the 17-year-old Matthew Corcoran here in the 77th minute.
Legion fans will be really excited to see Mikey Lopez back on. He's had a tough year. He's been a regular starter since the inception of this club. He was hurt in preseason, came back for a few games, got injured again. He's really had a sporadic season so far, but he's tenacious, he's quick, he's good on the ball. And in these closing moments, I'm confident he's going to get heavily involved.
Spaniard Keko comes off. Luther Arschmidt, former member of Syracuse Orange, comes on. Alder Sanchez will come on as well, replacing Matt LaGrassa. So a double change for Sacramento, a single change for Birmingham Legion. Again, substitutions brought to you by Papa John's. Birmingham fans, use code LEGION. 25% off your regular menu price online order at papajohns.com. Lopez first touch finds Enzo Martinez. Connects with Kasim. Kasim's touch was a bit heavy. Good work by Timmer to win it away from him. Gurr keeps it moving down the line to Timmer. Good work defensively by Alvis. Martinez gets it to Lopez. Gonzalo holds it up, finds the goal scorer Colin Smith, and Birmingham will enjoy some possession. So Gabriel Alvis, Mikey Lopez, Grayson DuPont, the 3 changes for Birmingham Legion. DuPont pinks it over the top. Martinez tried to head it along. Nobody had made the run with him. Gurr down the line. Nwegbo racing to get back in position. Gurr got the service away. Another clean catch for Van Oekel. 80th minute here at Protective Stadium in Birmingham. Sacramento Republic still chasing. Everything going according to plan so far tonight for Birmingham Legion. It's been an up and down summer for the Legion. Their play in the league suffered as they made their run to the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinals. They rebounded from a tough May to collect 13 points from 6 games throughout June and July. The level has dipped a little bit in August. Came into the night having dropped 3 consecutive contests. But you wouldn't know it by the way they've played this evening against arguably the best team in the league.
It wasn't a surprise to Mark Briggs. He talked earlier in the week to us about how this was a complete team with a complete roster. And while he recognized they'd had some struggles lately, he knew that they had the ability to beat anybody.
Birmingham fans, Legion FC's next USL Championship home game kicks off next Saturday, August 19th at Protective Stadium against Louisville City FC. It's a 4:30 start for Birmingham Legion and Louisville City at Protective Stadium. Get your tickets to the match today at BHM Legion.
He's not going to hurt you there. He's a poacher. He's the guy they want touching the ball inside the box.
Zico Lewis, a driven serve. It got all the way through and in. 1-1. The substitute Luther Archimed comes off the bench and makes an impact. Third goal of the year for Archimed. And Sacramento Republic pull one back. Everything hangs in the balance with 6+ minutes to play. Goal brought to you by AT&T is a big one for Mark Briggs and his club.
Terrific service. Alex Cronali felt he was being held. It just looks like a really good run and a good play and a very good finish.
Luther Archimed has been the super sub of choice for Sacramento Republic over the past couple of seasons. Just 3 starts this year, but he's come off the bench 17 times. Talk about a guy that knows his role and makes an impact here tonight. All the points very much to play for here now. Sacramento Republic pushing for an equalizer, have found one. Now can either side find a second that could potentially win the night?
Both teams were very disciplined in their performance. Legion created a moment of brilliance and got the go-ahead goal. It forced Sacramento Republic to take more risks and to send more bodies forward. Both teams had a couple of chances. Sacramento found the goal. And now with about 6 minutes left, does either team have the energy to create one more moment?
Handball there, free kick given to Birmingham in a very dangerous area. Birmingham Freightliner free kick forthcoming.
Enzo Martinez has made it very clear that he wants to hit this ball. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a service rather than a shot, but Enzo has that body language that says, I'm smashing this.
It's a 3-man wall for Sacramento, set by Vitiello. Martinez and Kasim. It is Martinez who serves it, headed away by Wheat. DuPont. Lopez. Both center backs for Birmingham still forward for the moment. Martinez couldn't connect with Kasim, able to win it back. Tried to get it to Wegbo. Emergency defending there from Gurr to send it over the end line for a Chick-fil-A corner.
No Matthew Corcoran to serve. He's taken most of the corner kicks for the last few weeks. This looks like Enzo Martinez.
Martinez does serve it. And as far as DuPont, who brings it down. Smith reloads to the back post. Headed down, Alvis on the volley. Pulled it just a little bit wide. And before the goal kick, Birmingham will make another change. Prosper Kasim coming off. Tyler Freeman, the newest member of Birmingham Legion, will come on. 20-year-old on loan from Nashville. Comes off the bench for the 4th time. Again, substitution brought to you by Papa John's. Fans down below give Prosper Kasim a nice ovation for the shift he put in.
Prosper Kasim really sacrificing for the team tonight. He's an attacking talent. He loves to run at teams, but tonight he did the defensive work that Legion needed him to do.
'88th minute here tonight. Work to be done for both sides. Gabriel Alvis getting forward a little bit. David Wegbo providing him a little bit of space and width. Alvis couldn't get much behind the service. Lopez clears it away in the direction of Archibald. Kavita back to the feet of Van Oekel. Birmingham fans, you can head to the Legion FC Twitter page. Again, that's at BHM Legion. Immediately following the final whistle to cast your vote on who you thought earned man of the match honors tonight. Again, that's BHM Legion on Twitter to cast your votes. Who the man of the match was tonight for Birmingham Legion FC. Bit of a misplay there from Donovan. It fell kindly for DuPont, who was clocked down by Donovan. Surely that's yellow, and it is. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm is the first of the night, shown to a member of Sacramento Republic.
Couldn't argue about that card at all. Donovan just headed back into position. Lovely turn from Grayson DuPont. Brought down deliberately, stopping the attack. You're going to get the card every time.
Martinez quickly puts it down, wants to play. DuPont almost got on the end of that. Gurr clears it as far away as Van Oekel. 90th minute here in Birmingham. Deadlocked at 1. Both sides have found the back of the net in this second half. Colin Smith in the 64th minutes. Luther Archibald in the 83rd. Word from down below is 4 minutes of stoppage time are coming to close out the night. Whistle and a foul there. Sanchez was brought down. Free kick given to Sacramento Republic. The former Timbers Academy product. Gets to his feet, looks to be all right. Bit of a tension in the air as we are about to hit stoppage time.
There is a real tension. The fans feel it, the players feel it. The announcers in the booth feel it.
It is confirmed down below. 4 minutes of stoppage time to close the night, brought to you by UAB Medicine. Archibald with Kavita on his back is fouled. Free kick to Sacramento. Kavita right in front of Archibald, making sure Sacramento couldn't start quickly. Referee wanted Sacramento to take that free kick a few yards further back.
Both teams have worked incredibly hard. It's been hot and humid. Who can find the energy in these closing minutes? When you're a kid playing in the schoolyard or in your backyard growing up, it got late at night and somebody would yell, "Next goal wins," and that's what this feels like for sure.
Lopez tried to get onto the second ball, think he got a touch. Smith trying to keep it in play, did. Great hustle from the goal scorer, Colin Smith. And Oekel sends it deep again. No nonsense from Kavita. Donovan fouled by Martinez.
Martinez arguing his point. He was literally standing still. He didn't jump. The referee obviously felt he backed into the man as he was jumping. Donovan has been beaten and battered tonight, but he's done his share of battling for sure.
This game have one more scoring chance left in it, more than halfway through. A minimum of 4 added minutes. Corrali with the interception, pings it off the referee, who's gonna have to drop it back in play. Joe Flores does that, drops it at the feet of Mikey Lopez. Now Legion's turn to build. Lewis right along the touchline, forced back inside by Zico Lewis. Hasn't been much to do offensively tonight for Zico Lewis, but he's gotten back defensively quite a few times. Van Oekel sends it forward. Adello and Smith both in the area. Donovan safely heads it back to Vitiello.
Both these teams came to win tonight. Both teams wanted the 3 points, but this late, both teams know they need to come away with the point that they currently have. Neither team can afford to give that point away.
Good work by Smith to find Agadello with Wheat on his back. Agadello is fouled. Birmingham perhaps time for one more opportunity.
Both center backs stay back. Manuel Cavita now making his way forward, as is Alex Cronali. So Legion are going to serve this in. Look for one final scramble.
What could be the last play of the night. Martinez serves it to the top of the box. Cavita felt like he was pushed from behind. It falls for Nwegbo. Hounded by Gurr. Those two in a wrestling match and a free kick given. And a yellow card is going to be shown to Lopez for kicking it away after the whistle. So Birmingham are going to have an opportunity to serve one more ball in. And Lopez has been booked. Another yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
Cavita, a little bit of a bump, but trying to sell it. Nwegbo receives it, gets pushed from behind. And this is going to be Enzo Martinez serving the final ball of the game. He wants to drive it and bend it right behind the defenders and in front of the goalkeeper. Can he find a magic touch?
Into the 96th minute, Martinez a driven serve. Vitiello a clean catch. And that is full time. Birmingham and Sacramento end the night on level terms here at Protective Stadium. (1-1) our final here in Birmingham this evening. And Mike, after the way both teams played, obviously both going to be disappointed not to come away with all three, but our scoreline probably a pretty good reflection of the way tonight's events unfolded.
It was a very even game. Both sets of players have a lot of things to be pleased with. They worked incredibly hard. They both created some good chances in the second half, and it's hard to argue with the final result.
So 1-1 our final here tonight at Protective. Both sides find the back of the nets in the second half. And we end with the points shared here in the Deep South tonight. We'll take a timeout and wrap up our coverage from Protective Stadium when we return right after this.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if that helps somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
And those that see the perfect wave.
Back here at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, Christina Chambers is down below with Birmingham coach Tom Sohn.
Coach, you guys battled all the way to the final minute. What can you say about your team's performance here tonight?
When you play a good team, you know it's going to be a battle and it's going to be a one-goal game. Defensively, I said we put a lot of effort into that this week to make sure we were solid. And, you know, unfortunately, we gave one up at the end, but I'm still really proud of the step we took after the disappointing performance on Wednesday. Everybody was committed to doing the small things, and, you know, like I said, we gave one up there, but I'm still really happy with the progress.
How do you guys build off what you did here tonight, that momentum heading into the next game?
Well, it's going to have to be more of the same. You know, we're on a lot of games right now. Next Saturday, it's a really good team again, Louisville. We did a really good job against them there, and we're going to have to continue that here.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Christina. Thanks to head coach Tom Sohn. Birmingham side ends on level terms. So Sacramento tonight 1-1. Our final, as we look at our final stats tonight, and Mike, more of the same in the second half by and large. Sacramento with more possession, but they were able to create just enough opportunities to answer that Colin Smith goal.
In the first half, they had 0 shots on target. Second half, just enough to find the goal. It was a very even battle statistically and in the way the game was really played. Both teams did exactly what we thought they were going to try to do tonight.
So Sacramento extends that unbeaten streak, and Birmingham snaps that losing streak they entered the night on as both sides share the points. By the way, that's the 9th draw for Sacramento Republic. It's only the 3rd draw for Birmingham Legion this year. Sacramento gets set to head back home for a couple of home games against Loudoun and Orange County before hitting the road to Phoenix to close out the month of August. Meanwhile, Mike, for Birmingham Legion FC, you heard head coach Tom Sohn talk about it. A big one coming up at home next weekend against Louisville City.
Well, first, they're going to really appreciate the fact that they've got a week of rest. They'll get a couple days, I'm sure, to just catch their breath. Then they'll get to work on their game plan. But that Louisville City match is really a 6-point game for Birmingham Legion.
Louisville City and Tulsa and Detroit, all teams that are fighting for Eastern Conference playoff spots. That's what is on the docket for Birmingham Legion. But first things first, a time to rest after 2 games in 4 days this week. Birmingham Legion get a chance to rest and recuperate before getting ready for that Louisville City contest. Fun night tonight here at Protective Stadium. Started with rain and thunderstorms, but eventually those cleared away, and we got a gorgeous night for soccer here in the Deep South. And an even contest against an Eastern Conference playoff hopeful and the best team in the Western Conference so far in 2023. The first USL Championship goal for Colin Smith for Birmingham Legion. While Luther Archschmidt for Sacramento Republic made an impact off the bench for the visitors tonight as well. For Mike Getman and our entire crew, along with Christina Chambers, I'm Blake Gardner saying so long from the Magic City tonight. We'll talk to you next time here in Birmingham, Alabama for another edition of USL Championship Soccer.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.